Hey, it's JC here at JC's Comics and More, your pop culture superstore at 6725 West Central Avenue. That is Toledo, Ohio, 43617-419-531-6097. Instagram, JC's Comics and More, and www.jcscomicsmore.com. Probably saw in one of my earlier videos. If you haven't, certainly check it out. Did buy some comics earlier, some Silver Age Bronze comics. Let you know the Marvel premiere has been spoken for, and the FF53 has been spoken for, but we still have available the FF35, the FF73, and I do have another copy of this that's really beat up if you want a cheap copy, cheap reading copy. Got the 78 available, the 80 is available, and so is the tribute issue to the Creature of the Black Lagoon number 97. But those copies, that's what's available and what is no longer available. So let's get to our boxes. Our next box cracked open, and this is our got one more box after this. So let's see what's in this box. Go from there. I see Bronze Age Boogie, I see Action Comics, I see Wonder Woman, and I see DC previews in these boxes. So we'll start with DC previews so we can get those set aside. And see Dark Knight Returns, The Golden Child, Frank Miller is writing that. Then you got Hell Arisen, DC's Greatest Villains Face Off in the Battle Royal, new miniseries. And we did have a signed copy. Remember we do in the previous video a signed copy of The Grim Knight by Mr. James there. So we get these set aside. Got Aliens Rescue number 3. This is cover B. I would put any amount of money. I've got another one of those ordered. Maybe not. Maybe I was lucky and smart enough to order. Just cut that back to one. But I do believe I've got another one ordered. Issue number 9 of the 12-issue miniseries. Why do I know it is? Because they tell you it's 12 issues. Freedom Fighters, Beware the Plastic Man. The Plastic Man. This has been really, really good. If you've not been picking it up, you are missing out. You need to pick that comic up. Here's one of the variant copies on Strike Force. Again, let's take this, move this up here, pull this down. There you go. But this is the Mike Deodato cover, so you can probably have some people really interested in that. I see there's a few other copies in here, so let me pull those out and see if I can find my other copy of Aliens Rescue cover B. See if they're around here someplace, but I don't see them yet. But again, this is, gosh, this is like cover E on this or something like that. So we got Marvel Comics Presents number 9. I had a guy in yesterday looking for this. This is the cover B on that one there. We'll see how hot this book is. Probably will be a hot book. Here we've got, and they must have, oh boy, what did they do here? Just check something on my invoice real quick. Just double check. Looks like they sent me something way too many copies. And, oh God. I hate Diamond so much. But we've got this here, Cave Woman. That's the regular A cover on that. So we'll set those aside. Here we've got Mighty Morphin Power Rangers number 43. Look at that. Look at that sparkly cover there. We've got 2 covers and got 2 people that they're going to be very happy to find those. Got Grimm's Fairy Tales number 31. This is cover D. Somebody's about to lose their head. I've got 2 copies. 1 copy gets set aside. Here we got Red Hood Outlaw. This is number 38. This is the regular A cover. We saw the B cover on the previous video. And we got the 1 in 25 variant on Amazing Spider-Man number 30. And both those copies will probably be gone in the morning. We've got the reprint of Marvel Spotlight number 12. Spotlight on Son of Satan. why Marvel feels they have to put Marvel here. You got it right there. You got it right there. Marvel Comics Group, Marvel Spotlight, Marvel Spotlight. Really? You guys feel you have to put Marvel here also? Come on, you're overthinking stuff. Quit being stupid. Quit being stupid. Wonder Woman number 79. That's the cover B on number 79. We've got the regular A cover on this side over here. So we'll have that one here fairly soon. Scooby-Doo Giant. 100-page Giant, $4.99. This is the comic shop exclusive cover, so we've got that going for us. I know. Be nice to have all covers exclusive to us, wouldn't it? Here is the cover B on the Avengers Loki Unleashed. This is the Ron Lim cover. Again, the great legend Roger Stern wrote this, so you know it's going to be good. Again, if you see Roger Stern at a convention, go get that signed and tell him that JC said hi. Roger was a great guest. Always enjoyed having him. Great guy to talk to. He's a true comics fan. I see a Star Wars book down here. Star Wars almost looks like a Ron Friends cover. This almost looks like a Ron Friends cover. This is Kylo Ren, Age of Resistance. This is the Greatest Moments variant, number 27 to 36, Father versus Son. So make sure a couple copies of that gets set aside for my Star Wars fans that like these books. So make sure they are covered. All right. We might as well pull these out right now since I mentioned that I had them. This is issue 79 of Wonder Woman. Because when love dies, Kate thrives. When love dies, Kate thrives. Oh, that's hate. That's hate. Oh, I'm sorry. My mistake. My bad. Okay, Action Comics has got Naomi on the front. So I wonder how many people are going to try to get this issue now. Naomi showing Batman and Robin how to get it done. Sure she is. I'm sure she is. Yeah, sure she is.
Oh, I didn't even see that though.
Got the new issue of Black Panther, issue number 16. Best thing about this book, look at those. Look at that purples. Man, I dig me some purples. It's got good artwork on the inside, but I just haven't been able to read this book in a while. It's just, I'm sorry, just doesn't do anything for me. And there you've got Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur number 47. Here she thinks that she's smarter than Reed. Reed needs to put her in her place. But make sure a copy of that gets set aside for my Marvel collector. Here's Grimm's Tales of Terror, the Bridgewater Triangle. This is cover B on that. Gets set aside for one of my customers. Oh, look what I found. Imagine that. I am shocked that there's more of those that weren't with all the other copies. Color me shocked. Van Helsing, Sword of Heaven trade. Again, that gets set aside for my Zetascope pull customer. I know somebody is going to be happy to see this book here. Faceless, number 6. This is the erotic cover. Man, Matt ain't gonna. He's gonna be so excited. He won't wait to rip off this protective covering so he can have unprotected comic book reading. Remember, if you want to keep it on for unprotected, keep it on for protected comic reading. If you want to have little comic books and tear it off, then you're unprotected. Marvel Comics Presents number 9. This is the cover A. It's a Wolverine cover. I guess that's an all Wolverine issue. We got Bad Reception number 2. Make sure a copy of that gets set aside for one of my pull customers. Here is the cover B, this is the connecting cover. This is the second cover of Powers of X number 5. Let me see if I've got a House of X5 cover to show you. I'm not sure if I have that over here. I do. So, show you what both covers look like when you put them together. There you go. It's like a Reese's cup. You want to just sink your teeth into that and eat that. Just eat it all the way up. So we got those. People are going to be excited and jumping all over those. Look at that. So we got cover. Oh, nope. These are the retailer variant covers on Turtles number 98. We had my 97s, which of course were damaged. These 98s, I can happily say, are not damaged. So I'm going to have two very, very happy Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle fans. Jughead's Time Police number 4. The B cover. Spider-Man Velocity number 2. The A cover. As in, hopefully people care. Tommy Gun Wizards. This is from Dark Horse, issue number 2. This is the B cover on Tommy Gun Wizards. Here we got Star Trek Aftermath. Star Trek Discovery Aftermath. This is the only cover on that. Make sure copies get set aside for a couple of my Star Trek collectors. Not every Star Trek collector loves Discovery. Shop Stewart does not like it. Shop Stewart says he's a big Star Trek fan, but it's just not his captain. Here we got Grimm's Tales of Terror, the Bridgewater Triangle. This is cover C. Don't Fear the Bridgewater Triangle. Pretty Violent, number 2. My one copy of that. Cut way back on that. Amazing Spider-Man, the Immortal variant. This almost looks like, at least that right there, almost looks like a Ross Andrew Green Goblin. But there you go. That, again, this whole, it just doesn't look right. It's just, you're missing something there. It's just, some of that stuff works. I don't think that works. I don't think that works as a, as an Immortal, as a variant cover. But I bought them, so they got my money, right? Marvel was like, hell yeah, we got yours. Criminal number 8. That's my one copy. Dark Crystal, the Age of Resistance. This is the one per store variant, so you have to check with us to see what the price is on that. Dial H for Hero number 7. That's my one copy I ordered. Dial H does not sell very well.
I've been buying it.
One of the 3. Here we got to cover this part up here. It almost looks like a Linsner cover, but it's a Vamp Blade number 9 Naughty cover. Jiggle Jiggles. Set that aside for one of my pull customers. Here we have Batman Detective Comics. This is number 1012. Finally, do we see Mr. Freeze finally in this issue fighting Batman? I'll let you know in between videos. Ah, that's what this is. I saw this on my invoice, and I forgot all about this book because it's so late. Terry Moore's 5 years. It seems like it's been 5 years. Here we got Vamp Blade. Again, this is issue season 4, number 5. And I got to cover up naughty bits right there. It's like the WWF. It's like Sasha versus the Man or something like that. Whichever one what is. One of those two. One of these wrestling chicks. This is the Jim Henson Dark Crystal Age of Resistance. This is the connecting variant. This is issue number. See, I'm looking. And of course you have nothing on the front there. And I'm looking, it doesn't say. So now I have to open up the inside to look and see what number this thing is. Oh, it's issue number 1. Oh, okay. I get it, you rascally rabbit. You couldn't put issue 1 there, could you? You have to overthink stuff there. IDW or Boom Studios or whichever company you just happen to be at this moment. Punisher Kill Crew issue number 3. Really, I think, I like Frank Castle. I really like Frank Castle, but against, trolls and stuff like this, I'm sorry. Frank's out of his element. I'm sorry. He'd be getting his ass handed to him. They would be drinking out of his skull. Frank works well with criminals, but something like that there, I'm sorry. You're asking me to grant their comic books, but you're asking me to give way too much credit to it. The Ride number 4, a copy is set aside for my poll customer. Here we go. Walt Simonson, Ragnarok number 2. Seems like it's been 5 years since this has come out. We've got that there, so we've got some copies of that. Here we've got issue number 2. It certainly has not been 5 years since this come out, but issue number 2 of Batman Superman number 2, The Shazam Who Laughs. Let's see how this is. That first issue is pretty damn good. If you did not pick up Batman Superman number 1, go find your shop and go get a copy of it. Pick it up. Okay, got one more side here to do. I'm going to burn through this rather quickly. I see Bronze Age Boogie. Let's see here. Bronze Age Boogie. Make sure a copy of this gets set aside. This is from Ahoy Comics. So, got 2 copies of that. 1 copy gets set aside for a customer. Here we got Necessary Evo. This is issue 43 of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. So make sure a copy of that gets set aside for one of my customers. Here we got True Believers, The Incredible Hulk. This is the Devil Hulk. This reprint Incredible Hulk number 13. Like the 2nd or 3rd or 4th run, something like that. It's $1. This is $1. Go buy it. It's only $1. Dr. Mirage. It's cover A, issue 2. Dr. Mirage. Has it been a month already? We got Rick and Morty. Rick and Morty number 54. This is cover A on that. More shenanigans from Rick. And of course Jerry gets caught too. Look at him. What a Jerry. Grimm's Tales of Terrors, The Bridgewater Triangle, issue 1, cover D. So I think I'm missing just 2 more covers of this thing. Here we've got the cover B of Action Comics 1015. Got Superman and you've got Naomi on the front. That's this cardstock cover. Here we have the 1970s van art cover. This is Greg Horn for Strike Force. You got Blade. That's your sex machine right there. We've got Avengers number 24. The Avengers versus the Cosmic Ghost Rider. It's hard to say who you should feel sorry for there. Be a butt-kicking time. That's Strike Force.
Oh, it's Strike Force? Okay. Oh, there's his sword.
This is cover B of Transformers Galaxies. Make sure one of those gets set aside for one of my customers. We've got The Crow, Hack Slash, issue 3. Surprisingly, they only came out with 1 cover on this. I am shocked they didn't do multiple covers. Got Evolution, number 18. Got to make sure that the Mat Man, who doesn't like to protect his comics by keeping the plastic over top of them. Gotta remember, wrap those rascals, dude. Protect your comics from having too many kids or something. Here we've got the plot, issue 1. This is the Swamp Thing plot. As you can see, he didn't cover his plastic comics either. But we got one of those set aside for a customer. Now, we did order a couple of extra copies of that, so there might be a couple copies here in the morning, maybe. Rise of the Teenage Mutant Turtle Sound Off issue 3. Yeah, sound off. Turtles. Turtle power. Got Fearless number 3. This is the connecting cover. Make sure a copy of that gets set aside for one of my customers. So we had both covers of Fearless now. Bloodshot number 1. Man, what is this? Marvel Comics? Bloodshot number 1. This is like Bloodshot. It's like the 7th or 8th Bloodshot number 1. But this is cover B. This is a Dave Johnson cover. We remember that there was a Dave Johnson cover on the Warlord of Mars that came out. That was really, really cool. Here she is. Greg Land cover. This is, she's going to be killing one of the Avengers. She's going to kill Thor in issue 12 of Captain Marvel. I don't know who she's going to kill. You know, she's going to kill us all, kill us with kindness. But that's the Immortal variant. That's maybe one of the better ones. That one actually makes a lot more sense than the Green Goblin one. We've got Rick and Morty, number 54. This is cover B. We've got Batgirl. Cover 39 of Batgirl. Make sure a copy of that gets set aside for somebody. Got somebody that got mad at me because he didn't get his copy last time. Well, he got his copy. He just had to wait for me to reorder it. This is cover A of Black Science number 43. Make sure that gets set aside. Here you go. Here's another dollar comic that came out this week. You people should buy. The Other Hulks. This reprints some of the old Marvel monster stuff. You know, from way back in the day. This is what Tales of Suspense. Oh, Journey into Mystery 62 and Strange Tales 75 are the 2 issues this reprints. I personally can't wait to read these things. I love these old little Marvel monster comics. They're great stuff. You got Kirby, you've got Don Heck there, and this is great stuff. And it's $1. Okay, Deadly Class, issue number 40. This is cover B on that. Make sure that gets set aside for one of my pull customers. And looks like that is it for this box. So again, as always, be sure to like, be sure to subscribe, be sure to hit that bell for notifications, and be sure to thank your comic dealer tomorrow for everything he does to get all these comics around. I'm sure that the other comic shops in the country probably their busiest day, their most hectic day, to try to get comics around and deal with shortages and damages and all kinds of stuff. So be sure to thank them. I'm sure that they would appreciate it. Other than that, thanks again. Enjoy.